Hello, this week we're looking at the Ascension of Jesus. That's the point in which Jesus finally rose into heaven. So we're going to make Jesus rising into heaven as our craft today. From your craft kit, if you've got one, we will use your green card, white card, blue card and white tissue. But if not, you can just use white card or paper and colour it in or paint it, that's just fine. Okay, so our first step, we need to draw a hill on the green card. Now as you're drawing, it's really important to draw some tabs if you haven't got glue. If you have got glue at home, you don't have to draw these tabs because you could just glue your mountain or your hill onto your blue paper. When you've drawn it, then you need to cut it out.
So you're cutting out the tabs as well, Mum?
I'm cutting out the tabs as well. We'll need those later. It will make sense. Okay, so that's step one. Done. Step two, we need to draw a cloud this time on the white card. And again, you need to draw tabs on the side. We're then going to draw a small man. He's going to be Jesus. We're going to cut out the man and the cloud. You can colour your Jesus in. I'm not going to colour my Jesus in today, just to make filming a bit quicker.
What would you suggest to colour the Jesus in, with felt tip or colouring pencils or?
Anything you've got at home, felt tips, colouring pencils, crayons. If you're feeling really creative and you have some watercolour paint, you could use that. Or you can just leave him white like I'm doing. It's up to you. Okay, so draw my cloud.
With the tabs on it?
With the tabs. Now Jesus doesn't need tabs on him because he's not going to be attached to our blue background. Okay, so we're going to cut these out now.
It's a good drawing, wish I could do that.
Oh, there you go. Practice makes perfect there.
Oh.
So obviously I'm cutting my cloud really quickly. You can be a little bit more careful with your cloud and cut it out more carefully. Again, if you've got glue, you could be just putting some glue at the end of each end of the cloud when you stick it onto the blue background, and you don't need to cut out the tabs.
So you can either do glue at the end of the cloud or tabs on the cloud?
Yes.
Okay.
So there you go, there's my cloud and my hill, and I'm going to
now you're cutting out your Jesus.
Cut out my Jesus. Obviously you're going to have more time than me, so you can cut out your Jesus with maybe a little bit more care than I'm going to do today. He's going all over the place, Beth.
Oh, a lot better cutting than me. Mum's the creative one and I'm the... I don't know. Yeah.
There we go. Nearly there. Okay.
And apologies about my finger that just went over.
Easy done.
Not quite a professional filmer yet.
There you go. So that's step two done. And now step three. We're going to put the cloud and the hill onto the blue card where we're going to want them to be. So the hill will be right at the bottom. And where we put them, we're just going to do what we did last week, and we're just going to dot where we put those tabs. Okay, and we're going to do that again with the white cloud. That's obviously going at the top of our picture. Just dot.
So this is for the people that are using the tabs instead of the glue.
So obviously if you're gluing, you can completely ignore this step. But if you don't have glue at home, or you want to make it without glue, then you'll need to do that. Even if you have got glue, you will need to do these two. This is the next bit of the step.
Okay.
You need to draw a dot at the top and the bottom of the blue card, and at the top and the bottom of Jesus.
Okay, so Dots at the top of the bottom of the card and for Jesus, even if they're using glue. Right.
Even if they're using glue.
Got it.
Okay, and then we're just going to cut the slots out, and we're going to use a pencil and either a rubber or blue tack. I've got blue tack today, or white tack. We're going to use that to make these dot holes. So here we go. 1,
Oh, that's clever.
2, and into Jesus. 3.
You're not putting a hole in the middle of God's head, are you?
For the purposes of this craft, yes. So, next step. Okay, so we need to cut a piece of string, and that string needs to be a bit longer. Now it could be thread or cotton or whatever you've got at home.
So anything that can thread into the hole, basically.
Anything that can thread into the hole. Okay, and when we threaded it, or when we've cut it, we can use our pencil to push that thread through Jesus, because that's going to allow him to move in our picture. Okay, so if you push your pencil into the hole where the cotton is, or the string is, it will be easier. And now,
oh wow, that's a floating Jesus.
There's a floating Jesus, and we're going to do the same.
So you're putting a hole in the top of the card.
We've already put a hole in the top of the card.
Oh, you're just threading the string
We're
through.
now
Got it.
threading the string through, and look, we can tie the string up, just like this. Okay. And we'll do that with the other side. And then we've only got the last step to go. This has been quick this week. Obviously you will have time to decorate your Jesus, and you can also decorate your background. You might have some birds flying in the sky or some people watching. Okay, so this is our last step now. Okay, oh, forgot this bit. Your cloud, to make it look more fluffy, you can scrunch up this tissue from your craft set and just scrunch it around your cloud. It will look a little bit more fluffy. Obviously, if you've got glue, then you can glue your tissue on, but otherwise you can just scrunch it over. And then we're going to fold these edges of the tabs.
Oh, the tabs. You're folding the tabs. Okay.
And we're going to push them through the holes and then unfold so that they stay in place. Okay. I've got my... Now obviously if you've got glue, then you can just glue the ends rather than pushing the tabs through.
So it's either you push the tab through or use glue at the ends of the cloud.
Yes.
Okay, I've got that.
Fold your tissue back into place.
Do you do the same with the grass then?
We do the same with the hill at the bottom.
Hill, not grass, sorry.
Grass.
It's green, it looks grass.
It is grass on a hill. And then we'll tap those through. Again, push the tabs flat, it will stay in place. And your Jesus can sit on top of the hill, and then he can float up into heaven. He can ascend.
Oh, that's cool.
Just like he did in today's Bible story.